Yo guys, there's hot soup there and it's very good as well and it costs a lot of money, so please have some. And it's vegetarian, there's no pork, there's no pigtail or nothing like that. So yeah guys, two things. If you could sign your name that you've attended and help yourself to some of this goodness here, and it's all you need. Yeah, and we will start. Okay?
It sounded you good, at least it's made a few preparations.
How's the soup?
I mean, it's nice.
It's nice, thank you.
How are you?
How you doing? Can we go inside this? It's a bit out of the breeze, yeah? Just inside this side there. Yeah. Come quick. Let's do this fast and let's get out of the cold.
Use my name there.
It would make sense if you could. Right, so what you want to do, when you go back home, you go online, go to your computers, yeah? Tap into YouTube and type in 9 stories in Brixton. 9 stories in Brixton. It's a
occasion of raising the point about the density, the numbers they are designing for, which is a basic thing that Guinness should have sorted out with whoever is providing finances for the project. 525 people or families is too much for this. At the moment, there is 400 facilities, household facilities here, and it is even still quite dense. So if they have decided to go up to 9 stories in the development here, then it means that at the base, they should have a sweeping forecourt in front of it. If they are not achieving that, then technically you can raise a question mark about that.
So do I get a seconder for that? Councillor Ling seconding. Can I see those in favour? Those against? Councillor Palmer. Those abstaining? Oh, you were 4. Sorry, I didn't count it. So that's 4, and one against. Right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for your forbearance. I'm sorry it's taken a long time, and I think we're due for our break now. Rather overdue on our break for a short while. And then
what did you think of the meeting?
Terrible.
Why?
I think it's like being clobbered over the head with bureaucracy.
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
I think the Guinness Trust could have suggested anything to them and they would have accepted it. Yeah. I think they've run down the estate to such an extent that they'll accept anything now. Like the quality of the plans wouldn't come into it. They gave one small concession which will affect some of the short-hold tenants, which is better than nothing. But still, the moral issue is not addressed, is it? That,
what's the moral issue?
The moral issue is 150 homeless households and them sitting in there telling lies about how much social housing is going to be retained because they've let those flats on a short-term basis or they've allowed them to be empty.
Well, I feel that the tenants have lost out on this one simply because the 9-story buildings that the tenants had objected to very strongly and the underground car parks, the tenants objected to these issues very strongly. It doesn't seem to reflect that the council was giving serious thought about those issues.
You're happy?
I am happy with it because they said they were going to evict us, really.
Yeah.
Give us about 2 months to leave, but now it has been put to them that they have to, something they have to consider. So I'm really happy about it. And I'm looking forward to it because otherwise I'll be homeless, and that's the most key thing. Yeah, and also the tall, high buildings. I think they are going to look at it, the situation of it, the position where it is, and everything. I'm happy. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. This is all talk, but when the real action, I'll be very glad. I'll be very happy. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
You've just come out of the meeting. What's your opinion?
Not enough consultation with the residents. Residents' concerns weren't taken into consideration. The plans, provisional plans and full plans, weren't understandable. Essentially, councillors, staff, residents couldn't understand the plans, first phase, second phase, third phase, and everyone, I think, still disagrees about the height of the 9-storey buildings.
So how are you feeling about the planning process and the democratic process in Lambeth Council?
One word, railroad. Guinness have railroaded their tenants essentially, and are planning on making money and losing people. They'll keep the clock and dump the tenants.
It did went to the due process of the Planning Application Committee. Thank you for your time.
And that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
What about the concerns of the residents?
Very concerned about them.
Thank you very much, guys.
I mean, that has to be taken on trust, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing binding about what they've said.
No.
They've just kind of, it's a kind of small mark of goodwill that makes them look a little bit less cruel. But you know, where's the guarantee that that can happen? Or like Betty all says, that people get moved at a time that's actually, you know.
Did they talk about the safety? I didn't hear much about safety.
No.
At all. They put the high buildings up, but how safe is that going to be for all of us?
Excuse me, Tony, from the Guinness. We give you a chance to speak. Mr. Swindon. Tony Swindon. Hey, Mr. Raj, why won't any of your officers engage with us?
We have engaged with you guys.
Now you know and I know that hasn't quite been the case. Why are all your officers just walking away?
I think there's a time and place for everything, and I'm sure we can find another mutually convenient time to talk.
So can we take it in that case that you've given your word that you will now come and liaise with the residents down at Loughborough Park?
We've always done so and will continue to do so.
So it's unfortunate that the project is going to go ahead without most people's agreement to it.
Have some integrity, have some morality. You know, they've got no regard for people. All they care about is the bottom line. The bottom line is they've got extra 120 flats or whatever, which they're going to put private people in. That's what it's all about. They want to get the plans through, they want to get the money, and they didn't care for the last 6, 7, 10 years how much they run down the estate, because all they want to do is run it down so it looked like the councillors were backed into a corner and said, okay, look, it is such a state, we have to do something, any plan is better than that.
I'm really disappointed because basically I'm going to be homeless very soon. I'm sure it's going to go through, they're going to approve it, and Lambeth is not going to help me until the building is demolished. But they've told me, unless you give us a date when it's going to be demolished, we can't help you. I can't stop paying my rent and make myself intentionally homeless for Lambeth to help me, because then they won't help me. So I'm just stuck.
Don't worry. As my brother always says, the
luta continua. We shall struggle until we win.
Well, the meeting was about, as I say, bricks and mortar, about saving the clock and saving a plaque on the wall. It wasn't about saving people. You know, they got what they wanted, 500 flats, 525 flats instead of 300 or something. And you know that the reason that the extra is being put in is for the private, it's for the money, that's what it's all about. They don't care about the people, they don't care about the people that have been living here, contributing to the society, contributing to their community for so long. A third of the tenants there have got short-term tenancies. I moved in with a 6-month tenancy 6.5 years ago. What's my thanks for paying my rent and for making sure that I clamp down on antisocial behaviour? 2 months notice, that's it. See you later, Guinness. Thanks for the effort, thanks for the tenancy, but you're gone. Bye. See you and your kids, go down to homeless.
You know, they definitely want to get those houses that they want to sell, and get that. It's not about social housing anymore. It's about making money.
That's right.
Because that got passed because nothing's happened for 10 years, not because the designs are any good. And even one of the ladies who voted it through said she couldn't even see clearly what was going on. She couldn't see that 9-storey stuff in the middle. And it's like, yeah, that's because they don't want you to see what the 9 stories looks like, which is why they always hide it behind trees.